Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about, are you struggling with low self-esteem? And if you are, hopefully this video is going to be very beneficial to you. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So what's something that you can do to raise your self-esteem? Now the ways that I've seen it and the ways that have worked for me is this, okay? You have to do the things you know you need to do, okay? You can't procrastinate, essentially, right? You have to get the stuff done that you know you need to do. This could mean for you making sure that you wake up early to go to the gym. Perhaps that's a commitment that you've made for a long time, and perhaps you've got a habit of clicking the snooze button and deciding to miss out on your workout. That's an example, right? Do that. Do the thing that you know you need to do. Do the thing that you beat yourself up about for not doing, okay? And that will greatly raise your self-esteem. Because I don't know about you, but on days where I've procrastinated, I tend to feel quite crappy about myself. Whereas on days where I've done everything on my to-do list, did everything that I set out to do for that day, I feel amazing, I feel brilliant, I feel confident, I feel good about myself because I did the things, okay? Sometimes raising your self-esteem can just be avoiding bad things. Like, for example, let's say you always like desserts, right? You really love to have a dessert. It makes you feel really good. You love having a dessert, but you know it's bad for you. And when you've had a dessert, whether that's like some ice cream or chocolate or something like that, you have guilt afterwards because you just ate something that you know you shouldn't have, even though you really, really love it. And sometimes it's just avoiding things like eating the things that you know you shouldn't be eating can raise your self-esteem. Because if you have and you eat junk food and you feel really bad afterwards, even though at the time you was really enjoying it, that can lower your self-esteem because you basically, you know, because if you have this guilt afterwards, it's all about not necessarily leading up to it, because probably the build up makes you feel really good and you're like, oh yeah, I really want that thing, I really want that slice of cake, I really want that slice of pizza, and then you eat it and then afterwards you feel really guilty about yourself. Avoid doing things like that. Okay, I'm not saying that you should cut out, you know, eating things that you really like, but maybe do it in moderation. Okay, so if this is like a reoccurring thing, then you need to cut those things out. So sometimes doing what you have to do is really good. Doing what you know you need to do is good. But sometimes there are occasions where doing the things that you know you shouldn't be doing can also really help as well. Okay? So there's a quote that I really love by Dale Carnegie, and I've been leaving it at the end of each video, hopefully to give the people who watch my video some inspiration. And this quote by Dale Carnegie goes like this: inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Okay, so action, taking action, breeds confidence and courage. Okay, so if you want to feel more confident about yourself, if you want to raise your self-esteem, right, take action. Take action on the things that you know you need to do. And if you want a recipe to feel crummy about yourself, don't do anything. Procrastinate. Don't, take inaction, because that will breed doubt and fear and therefore make you feel bad about yourself, okay? So if you want to give yourself a boost today, a self-esteem boost, then take some action on something, right? Because that will breed confidence and courage. Okay, so another thing that can raise your self-esteem, and this is a blatantly obvious one, and that is, work on your health and fitness, okay? If you got really fit, really healthy, and you got into the body shape that you're hoping for, or you really wish that you could have, that is obviously going to change your self-esteem. If you feel like you can fit into better clothes, or you can fill out clothes a bit better, perhaps you're trying to bulk up, whatever it may be for you, then obviously getting fit and healthy, having the body shape that you would love to have, is going to raise your self-esteem. It's going to make you feel good when you look in the mirror, right? So another thing that can help with you with that sort of thing, with your appearance, is the way that you dress. Wear clothes that make you feel confident, right? And not hiding away. So sometimes you see a lot of people like wearing baggy clothes because they're trying to hide their body, right? As opposed to wearing something that's a little bit more tighter fitting, that shows off their body a little bit more. Now, obviously, if you're not happy with your body shape, then of course, then you need to, work on that first before maybe you change your outfit. But if you do have a, relatively, you're happy with your body, let's say, then, obviously, wear clothes that show off your physique, that show off the body that you have. So don't wear anything that's too baggy, okay, because it's hiding what you look like. And of it as well, if you wear clothes that are like oversized and baggy like that, it makes you, it looks scruffy basically. So work on that. Also, having a nice haircut can help as well. Making sure you're well groomed, taking care of your hygiene, that's a big one. But I do know there are some people out there that may come across this video that don't take care of their hygiene because perhaps you've got low mood, or you've been diagnosed with things like depression. One of the common things that you see with people who are really sad is they don't take care of themselves. They don't brush their teeth when they should. They shouldn't. They don't take care of their hygiene. They don't shower when they should. Right? They have a shower every week, or perhaps they just don't shower at all. Right? So that's one thing that you need to get down if you're not doing that, okay? And if you aren't doing that and you are going through something like that and you're not taking care of your hygiene, then definitely talk to a counselor or a therapist about it. I can't give you medical advice, but they can. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not brushing your teeth when you should, if you're not showering when you should and you know you should, and you're not, basically generally just not taking care of yourself, then you need to seek a professional about that, okay? But one of the things you can do is start to rectify that by actually taking care of yourself, okay? If you feel like you're strong enough to get in the shower, clean yourself up, brush your teeth, then do that, okay? If you feel like that's within your capabilities, okay? So another thing that can really help is to do something once a day that perhaps is like a little bit difficult, that kind of stretches you past your comfort zone. Whether this is trying a more intense workout, although be careful with that if you are going to do that. Or it could be, if you're studying, perhaps it's studying for an extra 15 minutes. Perhaps it's, if you've got like a business, perhaps it's working on your business for a bit longer. Just doing something that is a bit difficult, stretching you past your comfort zone in some way. That will also help you feel better about yourself. So the last point that I want to make is, working on your insecurities. Because so often you see people working on their strengths, working on the things that they're good at, focusing only on the things that they're good at. But you rarely see people working on the things that they're not so good at. But the thing is if we work on the things that we're not so good at, let's say you're not the best reader, right? If you're not great at reading, or you have you find it really difficult to read, but you start doing that and you start learning about it and you start getting better at it, then that's going to really help you out. That's going to give you some confidence, because maybe if you're not very good at reading and someone asks you to read something out to them, like a menu or something, and you're kind of stammering or stuttering over it and you're kind of unsure, then that's going to make you feel bad about yourself. But if you work on the things that you're bad at and you make those insecurities strengths, then that's going to make you a more well-rounded person, as opposed to someone who isn't good at certain things. Now, obviously, you need to pick whatever is right for you, whatever is appropriate for you, because there's no point you learning about being a copywriter if that's got no, and you're not good at being a copywriter if that's got nothing to do with your career or what you want to do with your life or what you want to do in your free time. So obviously you need to pick things that, are important to you. Let's say you're not really great at dating. Perhaps you are trying to find someone to be with, trying to find a partner, and it's just not working out for you. Then that's something that you can work on. And I actually do have a dating and relationship channel, if you're interested in that. Okay, so just type in Christine Loveridge in the search bar on YouTube and you should find dating videos, also videos on how to get your ex back and things like that, if that's something also that you're struggling with. Okay, so work on your insecurities and that will give you more higher self-esteem, especially when you're in those areas where you do have that insecurity, because if you're bad at something and you're asked to perform to do something that you're bad at, you're not going to feel really good about yourself. So if you start practicing those things, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself, okay? But the main one that you can do today is don't procrastinate. Do the things that you know you should do. And then when you've finished doing all the things you know you need to do, see how good you feel by the end of that day. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much, guys, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.